So we got what have the Warbearers been doing since the Horus Heresy? That's actually a really good question. Shout out to Majorkill. Let's go.
Many of the traitor legions have been putting in an absolute shift to combat the Imperium in the Long War. The Black Legion are engaged across...
Yo, what? Yo, what was... Nah, bro, is my PC messed? Yo, what was that? Yo, what? Alright.
The Death Guard nearly overran Ultramar, the Thousand Sons keep attacking Fenris, Angron and his World Eaters are a huge issue in the current setting, and the Night Lords are just fighting to survive.
The Night Lords!
If they're useless or not, every traitor legion seems to be doing something other than the word bearers, it seems. We've barely heard a peep out of Corferon, Erebus, or even Lorgar for almost 10,000 years.
Dang, they've been bald for 10,000 years, bro. Man, yo, they all got the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's head just gleaming, bro. Mr. Clean, bro.
Wordbearer stories we do have often see the demigod kitty fiddlers on strange...
Hey, you know what I'm gonna say? First of all, bro, shout out to Majorkill, bro. Yo, this shirt right here, bro, this is something that I would wear. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is definitely fashionable because you can definitely tell. I don't know what type of material this is called, y'all, but shirts like this to where like you can kind of like obviously this is black, but like you can kind of, it's like a see-through, but at the same time it's not like a, y'all know how like them girls be wearing like see-through like black leggings or whatever, you can see the whole cheek and stuff like that. It's crazy. Yo, see this right here, it's black, but like at the same time like you can still see like his chest and stuff like that, but at the same time it's covered up. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is hard. I'll definitely spend like at least 1 to 2 mil on this.
Side quests or as supporting characters for the more epic Chaos Warlords from other legions. So that begs the question, what have the Wordbearers actually been doing since the end of the Horus Heresy? Have they actually been doing cool stuff behind the scenes, or are they just tossing their salads, waiting for their Primarch to come out of his goon tower? Before we get started, we have a very controversial major mini release today, as I present the Hated One, a man with 0 friends, who fancies himself the Hand of Destiny despite no one actually caring about him anymore.
Hey, Majorkill, our boy, you know, hey, listen, and it's recent as well. Usually we skip like his promo, whatever, but those are for like videos like years ago. If he has a promo now, y'all, you know, we gonna cover it because like, you know, it's a recent video.
But despite being hated, I did actually end up giving him an extremely epic model. If you're gonna do it, you may as well do it right. Featuring 2 little demons, an awesome custom base, and a stunningly rendered model. The way I see it, you could just use it to trigger your opponent and force them to aggressively make a mistake in their attempt to kill the hated one.
Oh, you can use this on a board?
The board, giving you an extreme advantage in tabletop gaming. 200 IQ bait, especially since you could proxy him as almost anything from the chaotic faction. We also have new pre-painted slots available, so you could get him pre-painted, meaning you don't even have to spend the painful time painting him. Our pre-painted models are awesome, stunning paint jobs from a pro painter.
Oh, that is hard, I can't lie to you. I'm over here promoting his thing.
A fraction of what you'd pay from
that is hard though, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Just check out these
That's
bad
nice.
boys. Link to those and any major mini, including the hating one, is below. Today we'll go over exactly what the Wordbearers and their Primarch have been doing since the end of the Horus Heresy. Let's get into it.
Let's go, man.
Okay, so we do need some context which explains why the Wordbearers have been mostly quiet.
Yo, I see, here's the thing. It's so easy for me to remember the Wordbearers, bro, because all I gotta remember is them having a whole crossword puzzle on their forehead. That's all I gotta remember. That's it. Like, I feel like it's very easy for me to like remember like a legion or a faction or like a group of like people in Warhammer. Like they have to be like remembered for something. For me, like I feel like for me they gotta remember, like, you know, be remembered for something. Now, I know for a lot of people they can just remember just you know, faces or colors or whatever. For me, like them right here, this is the Wordbearers, bro. They got all types of crossword puzzles on their face. Yo, you can play just whole connect the dots on their forehead. It's ridiculous.
Seem mostly quiet, especially with how big of a role beyond killing his father and becoming the new emperor. Horus was actually extremely delusional and was losing his mind, slipping in and out of a coma.
Where is
Sometimes
my
he'd be the charming,
mind?
charismatic Horus. Sometimes he'd be the dreadful, terrifying war master. Sometimes he'd be struck by dementia, calling his warriors incorrect names.
Bro, imagine like the side effects you get from being like a part of all 4 Chaos Gods, y'all. Like, imagine the side effects. Like, bro, you are like, think about it. Like, you got a piece of every single Chaos God inside of you. Pause. Think about that, bro. The side effects is crazy, bro. You got all types of headaches. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Yo, and I'm gonna keep it real, because, you know, Horus, he's a dude. But, like, bro, I feel like if you have, like, a piece of every single Chaos God inside of you, bro, it's gonna feel like you having a period for the first time. Yeah, bro. Shuts the body down. Bro, I grew up, yo, I legit have, what, 4 sisters, bro. Yeah. I know, bro. They be going through it. Going through
believing
it,
he
bro.
was still in the Great Crusade,
I know.
surrounded by his old warriors like Sejanus. However, Lorgar is a weak-ass bitch, and he was betrayed by his son Zardu Layak. See, Layak was...
Hey, I'm gonna be... Yo. Lorgar, I can't lie to you, bro. I would never accept that type of disrespect, ever. I don't care who it's from, bro. Shout out to Majorkill, bro, and everything he does, but I don't care who it's from, bro. Bro, Lorgar, if I'm you, bro, I'm going down to Australia, bro. I'm picking Majorkill up, bro, by his legs, bro, and I'm putting him on his neck. No lie, bro. Hey, Lorgar, hey, I would never take that type of disrespect. Never.
Supposed to unleash the bound Fulgrim upon Horus, which would also unleash Inkari, and then Lorgar would also strike. The two Primarchs and one greater demon, potentially enough to take out Horus. However, Layak believed in Horus, so withheld Fulgrim, hence withheld Inkari. Horus was also forewarned of Lorgar's betrayal, so he just beat the shit out of his brother, before banishing Lorgar from the Heresy. Most of Lorgar's legion went with him, with Layak and a few thousand staying by Horus's side. So we had a pretty disconnected Lorgar, who felt not much allegiance to the traitor's cause, and now just watched from the sidelines. Layak and pretty much every wordbearer that fought on Terror also killed, so those involved wordbearers became a non-factor. Now the irony behind the wordbearers is that although they worship Chaos as their gods, they are very much aware of what happens to Chaos followers when they die, and they know it's not pretty. So unlike many other traitor legionnaires, the wordbearers are not huge on large-scale pitched battles or getting mowed down in meat grinder wars. They saw the siege and the loss of hundreds of thousands of space marines and how those space marines were torn apart in the warp, and said fuck that.
Okay, so they smart. So they're smart. They're like, yo, we seen where every one of y'all go. Like, I understand we're all on the same bad, just nasty, just diabolical, just crash out team. But at the same time, I know where we're going. I know we're already doomed. So I'm just prolong my dooming. Yo, if y'all want to go out and just get up and get lit up like the 4th of July, if y'all want to go out and get the beats handed to you, bro, be my guest, yo. As a matter of fact, let me step out the way for you. Yeah, bro, they're smart. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're smart. I would do this. Well, obviously, I wouldn't be going there anyway. I would never even, bro. Come on, man. You couldn't pay me enough money to even dip my feet in the chaos, bro. Never.
Somewhat fear death and don't pick battles they don't think they can win. It's also why out of all the traitor legions, they employ the greatest amount of cultists, who they use as cannon fodder and chaff to avoid having to spend their own lives. But I am getting a bit ahead of myself. With Lorgar and his legion banished from the Heresy and the wordbearers that stayed behind dead, the 17th Legion didn't really take part in the scouring too much, instead staying on their new homeworld of Sicarius as they had abandoned Cultus and allowed it to be bombed into oblivion by the Lion. They used millions and millions of slaves to turn Sicarius into a massive preacher world, full of gigantic cathedrals and monuments to the dark gods. The biggest of these was the Templum Manficio.
Yo, imagine like slavery in Warhammer. Oh my goodness. Oh my. And here's the thing. You know what's so crazy? When people hear the word slavery, they automatically think. It's not funny, but when people hear the word, like I want, because sometimes there'd be like newcomers come through to watch, like, me react to lore or whatever, and like those newcomers be actual newcomers to Warhammer. So let me break this down for you. Just because you hear the word slavery does not mean it's just black people being enslaved. Slavery, bro, there's many different types of people in slavery, bro. Yeah, I'm talking about just of all time. Yeah, bro, it's not a specific one race that was just slave. No, there was different races and different culture, whatever, people being enslaved. It's not just. Imagine the slavery in Warhammer. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness. They're going ham. They're going ham on them, bro. Like, imagine, bro. Forget them feeding cornstarch, bro. They probably have to eat like a glass of worms or something like that, or they probably have to go out and get their own food and cook it. Like, bro, imagine
as personal tower. Because of all of his loyalty to the dark gods and because of the atrocities committed by the wordbearers in his name, Lorgar finally ascended to become a demon prince of Chaos Undivided. However, it almost seemed like a pity thing rather than something the Chaos gods were eager to do. Lorgar had been a useful puppet. They had allowed him to see Chaos as this primordial truth, and they had allowed him to believe that Chaos and humanity could be unified and made into equals. But it was all truth, and they had allowed him to believe that Chaos and humanity could be unified and made into equals. But
that would never happen. What? Chaos and humans uniting on some friendship? No, that's what? That's not even possible. And bro, to me, a lot of things are possible. As a matter of fact, impossible don't even exist for me in my mind. But I'm gonna be honest with you, that's impossible. What?
was all just a ploy to manipulate the Primarch. Maybe as a semi-realization of this, Lorgar went into isolation in his tower to meditate, attempting to find the true answer to the universe and what chaos actually is my guess. However, he did briefly leave his tower when his sons were getting massacred by a strange demonic creature, a storm of shadows and ravens. It was Korax, ascended into a terrifying—
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real, yo. Hey. Shout out to Korax. I think he's like one of the, even though he's a school threat, he isn't like as bad as like any of like he's not what's that bum's name? What's that trash bum? Man, what's his name? I think Vulcan gave him the beats. What's his name? Oh, Conrad. You know, he's a bum or whatever, right? Yo, the Corvax guy, whatever, I kind of like him, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Even though he is a school threat, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I would easily beat this dude. Yo, no lie, if me and him was like standing off whatever, and we know him, he's gonna like, you know, he's gonna like shape shift into like a little raven or like an eagle, whatever. We all know, bro, go Chiefs. But he's gonna like, you know, he's gonna shape shift to like a little raven or like or whatever, like raven, eagle, whatever, what type of bird, right? No lie, bro. All you gotta do, bro, is just throw a big juicy like chicken wing or steak at him, bro, on some cartoon, on some Looney Tunes ish, bro. Just throw the big juicy steak at him. Yo, it's gonna distract them, and I'm gonna go crazy, bro. 60 hit combo, no lie, no stopping.
Form. Lorgar engaged his brother in combat, believing his new demonic form powerful enough to defeat his brother. However, that didn't go so well, and Korax once again beat Lorgar's ass to a pulp, with Lorgar retreating and sealing a portal shut behind him.
How many?
And Korax once again beat Lorgar's ass to
Lorgar, yo, you are going out bad, bro. You don't like got no hands, like you don't have like any fighting ability. You're really getting the beat served to you. Now I respect that, you know, that you're taking on multiple fights or whatever, but man, yo, you need to get your skills up before you even go out there and challenge your next opponent. Get your skills up, bro. I mean, bro, if you really want to learn, some new fighting skills, or if you really want to learn some, I don't know, like some new moves or whatever, bro. I mean, I don't want to be that guy or whatever, but you know what, I'll be that guy. I mean, yo, like I'm offering classes, like if anybody can't defend himself, don't worry, y'all. Like we could definitely be, practicing over Zoom calls and stuff like that, and really showing people how to tussle, So if you need some fighting tips or whatever, bro, just I don't know, just hit my line, like I don't want play the video, okay.
Pulp, with Lorgar retreating and sealing a portal shut behind him, Korax promising to hunt him down. Lorgar returned to his tower and has stayed within it for the last 10,000 years. He says he is still meditating, but my guess is that a terrifying raven demon hunting him is the more likely motivator for keeping him indoors. Some tidbits of lore have mentioned that Lorgar is once again active in the setting, leading a huge host of wordbearers, but with Fulgrim's recent release, we're still a year or two off another demon Primarch, with the next one likely to be Perturabo, just as much as it's likely to be Lorgar. So yeah, Lorgar has been doing sweet fuck all since the Heresy. But what about his sons? Well, like Lorgar, Erebus was a useful but ultimately temporary tool for Chaos. Once he had fulfilled his role in kicking off the Heresy, the Chaos Gods had turned their attention away from Erebus and onto other matters. Now, Erebus is extremely full of his own shit and thinks he's the most important dude in the galaxy. So when the Chaos Gods stopped speaking to him, he simply went ahead and tried to do his own thing, which is to say he's done nothing of real import. His last big action was killing Garvior Loken by stabbing him in the back, which once again made him the most hated man in the galaxy. However, he is a member of the Dark Council, which make up the most senior wordbearers who lead the Legion in Lorgar's absence. However, despite seeming unified, each member of the Dark Council has their own agenda and would happily see the rest of the council dead if it meant they could take full control. So Erebus has taken armies of wordbearers here and there, but it's always been a footnote in a codex, never anything that important.
Yo, maybe it's just me, but like if I had like some sons or whatever, basically like some Marines or whatever that I was in control of, I can't lie to you, bro. If I go out bad, they gotta go out bad with me, bro. Bro, I'd be damned, bro, if somebody come through and take my sons and train them their way. Are you dumb? See, I'm jealous. I'm a jealous master or a Primarch or whatever. I'm jealous, yo. Hey, there's no way, yo. If I go out bad and my Marines are still living, bro, they gotta go out bad with me, bro. Yep. Jealous, bro. Yep. Hey, you cannot, yo, I don't care who you is. You cannot go out, bro. It's a commandment, yo. You cannot go out there, bro, and play for the other squad. There's no way I go out bad and I'm just dead and gone. There's no way I'm dead and gone, just on the floor, bleeding out. Just Kool-Aid just leaking out. And you over here we're trading places. You over here trading places. Like, what are we doing?
in the current setting, taking part in the 13th Black Crusade, but everyone and their cat took part in the 13th Black Crusade. I expect we won't see much juicy lore for Erebus until the Wordbearer range release. Hopefully his lore is just him getting raped to death by a hellbreaker.
Close the schools. Close every school in his vicinity right now. Yo, there's no way he should be looking like this, bro. Yo, throw some glasses on or something, bro. I mean, even with glasses, he still scares people. Yo, why is he even yo, like, huh? Yo, lock this thug up, bro. In his, is his lips black? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Yo, I know he smokes like 5 to 10 Black and Milds every single day. Yo, his lips is yo, his lips is black, y'all, like pitch black. Man, yo, he hits the dut pack all day long, bro. Look at his eyes. His eyes look weary. His eyes look crazy. His nose. No, come on, man. Yo, that nose gotta be artificial. Yo, that's not a real nose. Little bell pepper nose. Like, bro, what is he? He got no eyebrows. Oh, I just noticed he got no eyebrows. Now listen, y'all. I'm not Brad Pitt. I'm not Michael B. Jordan. I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not any of these handsome Hollywood men. But man, I gotta set this straight for what it is. Yo, I'm definitely not at his level. I'm definitely not his level, bro. Yo, when kids see me, whatever, yo, when some kids see me, whatever, they're like, oh my God, hey, how you doing? You know, give a little high five, fist bumps, whatever. Or whenever I go to church, some of these little kids, they fist bump me, whatever. Yo, if he walks into church, bro, man, come on, man. Yo, kids gonna be screaming and everything, bro. He gonna be driving everybody away, bro. For real. I see why he's on that side. Yo, if I look like him, and this is just, I'm sorry if this comes off as like mean or whatever, bro. But if I look like this dude, bro, I'd be a villain too, bro. Best believe it, bro. I'd be a villain too, bro. And I understand, bro. We all don't look like, Michael B. Jordan, but at the same time, bro, like, see y'all, kids. I hope you're watching, kids. This is what alcohol, drugs, chaos. This is what it does to you, bro. Stay away from those things. Stay away from that, bro. Man, the chaos thing cost him his eyebrows. Eyebrows gone, missing. Houdini, just GG's.
Or something. Khor Pharaon seems to hold the most authority in Lorgar's absence, being titled Keeper of the Faith, like the chairman of the Dark Council. Khor has actually been pretty active, politically to maintain his role, but also in the wider galaxy. He and Erebus often battle for control of the Dark Council, attempting to have the other assassinated, but they always fall short. Khor Pharaon has fought against the Imperium on numerous occasions, attempting to penetrate Imperial systems and flood it with corruption. He also has a habit of targeting and attacking black ships, those ships used by the Sisters of Silence to round up and bring Psykers back to Terra to be used as fuel for the Golden Throne. He is worried that the Star Child may be returning, thus is working to try and prevent that. While this
I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I'm a Psyker, bro, and viewer discretion is advised. Yo, if I'm a Psyker and I'm just chilling on my lonely, and all of a sudden I see like a couple Sisters of Battle try to come and get me, so that I can be used as like a little Gatorade to the Emperor. No lie, bro. I'm walking up to the Sisters of Silence, bro. Bro, I don't care, bro. These hands is ready to eat for everybody, bro. I dare. Come on, man. I dare they even take a step near me, bro. It's gonna look crazy for them. It's gonna look crazy for them. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I said, my hands are ready to eat for everybody, bro. Come on, bro. What are we talking about? If I'm a Psyker and I'm just chilling and I'm eating like my little chicken and fries or whatever from like my little chicken and fish shop. Let's say I'm just chilling and I see a couple of like thick girls, whatever, in gold that don't talk to the black. I'ma look at them. I'ma put down my plate. I'ma crack my knuckles. I'm like, even though you can't talk, you can hear these knuckles crack. And I'ma put my hands up like these. Let's go. There's no way they're about to take me to be used as a Gatorade for the Emperor. You're tripping.
It's all quite
interesting. No lie, I'm sorry.
Once again, it's very sidelined.
That's just me. That's just me.
Even Marduk, a cunning wordbearer who is engaged in missions against the Necrons.
Close the schools. Yo, put him on the list. What's his name?
Side quest sort of shit. Even Marduk, a cunning...
Marduk. Add him on the list. Add Marduk to the list. As a matter of fact, make him number 1. Yeah. See, that's what we're doing. Add him to the list right now. Who got the list? Who got the... Swiss, what? Hey, Swiss, what up? Yeah, put him on the list. Now, put him on the list.
who was engaged in missions against the Necrons, Tyranids, Dark Eldar, Grey Knights and other cool factions, is still someone I believe next to none of you have heard of, as once again his missions are so political within the Wordbearer hierarchy or hyper-specific on obtaining certain artifacts. Marduk's missions almost always end with a lot of Wordbearers dying. Now the Wordbearer Legion is absolutely massive. They didn't lose a massive chunk of their legion like the other legions did during the Siege of Terra, and their gene seed is very stable, thus they have a high recruitment rate, on top of them not really enjoying death too much. So in every large chaos engagement, there is almost always Wordbearers present doing Wordbearer shit. Other traitor legions often seek to employ them to use Wordbearer contingents, especially Dark Apostles, as their warriors can summon and control demons, a massive boost to any traitor warband. But as I said, they are recruited into warbands. They aren't often the leads or main force behind them. Looking at their recent battle records, the Wordbearers have been busy little bees, buzz buzz. Almost like after 10,000 years, they're finally ready to re-enter the setting, heralding Lorgar's eventual return. But a lot of these conflicts are just fluff and filler. That isn't to say they're boring or irrelevant, but unless you've been reading through the codexes, specific Wordbearer books and recent fluff articles, you barely would have heard of any of them, nor did the outcome of any of them really affect the setting much. The larger conflicts, like the Arcs of Omen or 13th Black Crusade, just have them as a supporting footnote. However, one pretty cool bit of lore about them recently was about the Anchorite, a Wordbearer who fell to chaos during the Heresy, but then had a massive epiphany that the Wordbearers were fucking dicks and that the Emperor was dope. So he repented his sins and surrendered, going on to help found the Imperial cult and eventually being put into a Dreadnought. A force of
he got like 20,000 receipts on him. Like, that's
crazy.
crazy.
Found out about him and went to go rescue him, only for him to come out of his cell and say, "Fuck you, you fucking kitty fiddlers," before sprouting holy wings and raping the shit out of all demons and Wordbearers with his divine wrath. Loyalist Wordbearers are dope. Loyalist Wordbearers are dope. Speaking of loyalist Wordbearers, what about Barthus and Narek, the most based Wordbearer of them all? A guy that decided chaos was cringe and that murdering Lorgar would be hilarious. We don't actually know what he did post-Heresy. All we know is that he was on Terra during the siege, hunting Lorgar. However, Lorgar was on Sicarius.
Do I know him? Do I know this dude?
And Lorgar is still alive in the current setting, so obviously the mission hasn't succeeded. In saying
And
that,
Majorkill, bro, you're so unhinged, it's crazy.
Though one
But
of the
like, do I know this dude, y'all?
stories from the upcoming era of Ruin Horus Heresy book will be about Narek, which I believe will conclude his story. Perhaps him wounding Lorgar will force Lorgar to ascend to become a demon prince, something he potentially wanted to avoid, as maybe he learnt the truth behind that fate. Hard to say, I'm keen to know. Either way, the spotlight has been about 100 light years off the Wordbearers for a while now. They were always the least liked of the traitor legions, having some of the dullest, most unlikely.
Damn, bro, they all ugly. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, yo, why can't we just have somebody with clear skin in this game? Like, I don't judge men because, you know, I'm not into men, but like, bro, everybody in here, face wrinkled. They got all types of stuff coming out their body, face. Like, bro, y'all really been turned out.
Characters, with all the cool ones getting killed off.
Nasty.
This is why I believe they will be the last to have their army released or Lorgar to be brought out.
Look at him, he got 4 faces. Lord have mercy.
GW likes money and the Wordbearers ain't the ones bringing it in. If you enjoyed the video and you want
Yeah, bro, you heard what he just said. Let's hear what he just said again.
Lorgar to be brought out, GW likes money and the Wordbearers ain't the ones bringing it in.
That's facts, boy. Hey, that's facts. And y'all wonder why Games Workshop, you know, why they be glazing, you know, the Ultramarines. Yeah, bro. They bringing that bread. The Wordbearers, bro, they bringing nothing but homework, bro. They, yo, we don't care about them, bro. Like, yo, Game Workshop, they only care about the Ultramarines, Titus, and Vulcan as well. Other than that, man, comment down below. What do you guys think about this video, man? Shout out to the boy Majorkill, man, for this video. I'm see you guys next time out. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and bye, everyone.